Today we're going to be restoring these classic T90s back into their former glory. Now these shoes were released all the way back in 2011, so they have seen better days, but not to worry, we're going to work our magic and get these back on the pitch and shining. So to start with, we use a damp cloth just to get rid of any surface dust or dirt that's on the shoe. Then we move over to our deep clean. Now for this we use cleaning solution, cloth and a lot of elbow grease to get rid of these rubber scuffs which are caused by Astro. Now these scuffs can be quite tough, so a lot of people use acetone. However, I do not recommend that as it can get rid of the finish, damage the uppers and leave it prone to future damage as the client wears the shoes. So we just use a cloth, cleaning solution and a lot of elbow grease. Now once that is done, the shoes should come out like this, looking brand new. Now let's move on to the sole plate. For this we use cleaning solution just to get rid of any surface dust, and then we pull out our Dremel and hit the outer edges of the sole plate. Now this is to get rid of any excess glue and to also sand the sole plate. This is very important because it allows for a greater surface area for the glue to stick to, which in turn gives us a stronger bond to the uppers. Now once that is complete, we pull out our heat gun and heat the sole plate. Now we do this in order to allow the acetone to penetrate deeper into the glue and get rid of it much quicker. Now you might have to repeat the heating and acetone process about 2-3 times, which I also did, and that should get all the excess glue and fabric off the sole plate and get it looking brand new just like this and ready for gluing. But before we do that, we have to prep the uppers for gluing by getting rid of any excess glue and sanding the inner fabric and inner sole plate as they did come apart, so we need to glue it back together and make sure there's a good contact area for the glue to stick to in order to provide a stronger bond. Once that is done, we apply our glue and let it rest for about 2-3 hours until it cures. Then we can glue the uppers to the inner sole plate and give the shoe a bit more of a solid structure for us to work with. Now this step is very important because if you do not do this, it will be very hard and tricky for you to get the sole plate lined up with the uppers and glue them properly. Now before we do that, we do have to remove any of the excess glue from the uppers using the same process we did before, heat gun and acetone, but you have to be careful as the uppers can be damaged if you use too much acetone, so just be careful with that step. Now once that is complete, we put the glue on the uppers and the glue on the sole plate, let it cure again for about 2-3 hours, then we go ahead and bond the sole plate to the uppers, making sure we align it perfectly and press it firmly in order to create a strong bond. Now this step is very tricky, so make sure you take your time and do it section by section as this glue does cure quite quick, so it'll be hard to fix any mistakes. Now this is how the shoe was looking like before. It's talking to us, it's not ready for the pitch, look at it, it's dirty, scuffed up, broken. Give it a flip and there we go, ready for the pitch, ready for more goals, more assists, more nutmegs. Now remember, this shoe was released in 2011, so there still is signs of wear and tear, but overall as you can see, the structure of the shoe is back to brand new and the client will be able to play with these shoes once again. Let me know what you guys think about this restoration down in the comments below, and if you have anything else you want us to do, let us know.